Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, December the 24th market update. On the economic front, durable goods orders were a little weaker than expected at 0.2%. Forecast was for 0.5%. Jobless claims were better than expected at 452,000. Forecast was for claims of 470,000. And the EIA nat gas showed nat gas in storage fell 166 billion cubic feet compared to the prior week when storage fell 207 billion cubic feet. The dollar was down and gold, silver, copper, and oil were up for the second day in a row. Light sweet crude futures, the February contract, was up another $1.38 to settle at $78.05 a barrel. Let's take a look at the West Texas Intermediate Crude point and figure chart. We've been talking about this lately. So we're still up here in this 78, 77 area right here. To go back on a buy signal, we're currently on a sell signal on oil. We need to print 80 to go back on a buy signal right there above this prior column of X's. That C is means December, but there's actually an X there. All right. So let's go look at the Dow. Dow closed up 53 points to 10,520. The S&P closed up 5 points to 1,126, and the Nasdaq closed up 16 points to 2,285. The Nasdaq had the largest percent gain again, up 0.71%, and the Dow and S&P were both almost even they were both up 0.5% each. So as we look at the Dow, we're kind of just peaked out of this channel today, broke that 10,500. Now we'll go over to the point and figure chart, and for this to be a triple top breakout on the Dow, we actually need to print 10,050. 10,550, excuse me. All right, so here we go. We have there. Okay, 10,500, so we need to print right here 10,550 to actually be a breakout of this triple top per the point and figure chart that I'm using. All right, MACD still it's actually broke above this trend line I've got drawn, going up, still looks very bullish. Let's look at the S&P. MACD is going up, looks good. It is actually, getting ready to bump against my downtrend line I've got drawn on the MACD. Nice candle today. Still looks bullish. Let's look at the 60-minute chart on the S&P. See if we see any divergences going on. Not really. MACD is still, hanging in there. RSI is still strong. I mean, at some point you think we'd get some kind of a little, at least a few percent dip or something. We've been on quite a tear lately, but they don't want to sell. It works for me. Let's take a look at GS, Goldman Sachs, see what it did today. Indecisive candle. As my computer's hanging up, excuse me just a second, let me get back over here. I don't know what it's doing. There we go. Okay, so we have an indecisive candle here, just kind of buyers and sellers were pretty even. Let's look at XLF. Of course, you see the no volume, and of course there's never any volume around the holidays. We're above that downtrend line and up a little higher. Looks good. Let's look at gold. The gold ETF, GLD, actually did peak above my downtrend line I've got drawn. It does have resistance overhead, of course. Same with silver. Silver was up about 2%. It looks real good, definitely above this this continuation wedge, falling wedge type pattern. It's broke out of that. Of course, we do have this this area that probably be resistance around the 1750 on the silver ETF. 14 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The semiconductor index had the largest percent gain, up 1.6% today, and retail index was the weakest, down 0.1%. And here's a quick chart of the 16 sectors I follow. And I don't have them in order, sorry. Oh, do now. So here's your strongest. You know, your banking index was up, your semis, of course, the strongest, and your healthcare and your retailers were weak today. Let's look at the VIX, the volatility index. VIX was down a little over 1% again today, right there. MACD is still kind of turned down. Volatility, just not much volatility in the market. Easy market right now. We like it. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll stay this way forever, but it would be nice. Let's see, chart watch. They're not going to do chart watch today, so there's no charts for today. I will cover charts and I will cover price patterns in my weekly watch list on Sunday evening. I'll post that Sunday evening. And let's go over and look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. Of course, all three remain on buy signals. And markets looks good. I mean, we're still in that Santa Claus rally, frame of mind, and we'll see if it can hold in through next week, as it typically does. So we'll see. Well, that's it for today. Happy holidays from InvestSharp.